eyes on the road because this is getting wild, and you just tuned into Rod and Style. Welcome to Rod and Style Radio. This is going to be our first guest interview with the new project that we're doing with Rod and Style. So, welcome, guys. Let's get rolling.
Hi.
All right. Thanks for having us here.
Yeah.
So we have Zach Parks and we have Dan, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, that last name, it's a little atrocious sometimes. So.
Oh, yeah. I want to hear you guys try it out.
No,
man.
We'll skip.
So, we are chatting with y'all because y'all are doing an endeavor with a live chop project. Let's get into that.
yeah.
What's that all about?
Oh, yeah. We're going to be chopping a 34 Ford 5-window coupe, and just want to kind of just bring some showmanship back to, the culture and just have fun with it, Obviously want to teach people how to do it. So you're not just going to watch a bunch of guys just cut a car up, we're going to teach you why we're cutting here, and why we're moving this, and just so people can learn too.
Definitely. What got y'all into this? Like, what got you on the path of wanting to do this for folks and get this large of a project out there to the people and teaching? I tried to do chop classes before with some folks, and it's definitely a feat, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, it could be very time consuming, but the last 2 years everything's getting canceled. People can't go out and hang out, and just got to bring something back, some excitement, get people back together, and at least we could all talk about it and, show off a little bit and, just get life rolling again, have some fun with something.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be great because all these people that may not have the opportunity to go somewhere in person, maybe there's not a fabricator in their area or somebody that's experienced with chops. Now they'll be able to actually see it and watch it and interact, and, they can follow up with us as we're going through it. And, like Zach said, we're going to be answering questions and explaining why we're doing things. So it's going to put it in front of some people that are probably more than capable and just haven't made that first step yet.
So what are the plans with the chop? What is the final result going to be when you're all done with it?
So we're going to cut 3 inches out in the front, 2.5 out in the back, give it like a hot rod rake. That body style needs a little bit of a rake forward, and kind of not exactly a salt flats car because that's a really drastic chop, but just like a vintage drag car, kind of how they did it in the 40s and 50s, just trying to bring it to an era because I'm building this for a customer and it's going to be his Trog race car. So we're trying to get the look right.
Definitely cool. What's going to be powering this car? That's what I'm all about. I want to know what kind of vintage engine setups and things of that nature. What do y'all got in it?
I could imagine with Zach, it's going to be one thing in particular.
Oh, I know, right? If I'm doing it, it's going to have a particular engine. Yeah, it's going to be a flathead V8. That's my thing. Everything that I touch, I put flatheads in it, and it's kind of a flathead V8. I think it was, because I don't have the car here yet. I think it was a 59 AB. So don't quote me on that. But and it's going to have a 39 transmission, 3-speed on the floor. We're going to put a quick change rear end in it, real traditional hot rods style stuff. 39 juice brakes. Should turn out pretty cool.
Sweet. So give us a little bit of the rundown of like where everybody's going to be able to find this live chop. That way we can make sure that we have all the links and everything set up for when we release this live.
Oh, yeah. Real simple. All you got to do is just go to Rod and Style YouTube channel. It's going to be right there. It's going to be live streamed to the YouTube channel. You don't have to do any fancy websites. You don't have to log in or nothing. Just click on the link and just watch it.
Make it the easiest thing possible.
Oh, yeah. Nothing easier than that.
Yeah. We definitely love simple because We for sure make everything else in our lives as complicated as possible.
Pretty
so,
much.
yeah, if all it is clicking on a YouTube link, that I think our listeners can make that happen.
Yeah, good. Nice and easy.
And when is this going to happen?
July 29th, so it's coming up quick.
January.
It's going to be at, I'm sorry, January, yeah. We got so many things going on. So, yeah, January 29th, 10 o'clock Eastern time.
Nice. So, Zach, let's get into, we'll get into a little bit of the information between the two of y'all. What got you into cars in general? You know, what makes you tick with all of this?
Oh man, that's what I grew up with. My family's all hot rodders. My two uncles, my dad, my grandpa were all hot rodders. So that's what I grew up around. I grew up with my dad having like a 65 Shelby Cobra coupe, a roadster, I guess, the Shelby 427 roadster. And then he got rid of that and got a 47 Ford coupe. So when I was younger, I was watching him chop it, and round the doors off, put door poppers on, kind of 90s hot rodder stuff, Boyd Coddington style hot rods. And my two uncles would drag race, and they would have hot rods. And my family, when we have a family reunion get together, it looked like a hot rod car show, in the parking lot, but it was just all of us hanging out. And I've been lucky enough just to grow up around it my whole life. I had the bug ever since I was born, it seemed like.
Man, that is awesome. I did not have the bug as a kid. Of course, my dad, he owned cars. He never built any. So I didn't get into it until I had to when I got my first car. So I always love hearing the story of people who actually grew up in it and got to like see really cool things being built in their own garage as a kid.
We get to learn that now.
Yeah.
That's the fun.
Never too late.
now you actually have the money to go buy all these things, and nobody can stop you.
Pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah.
And even if they tell us no, we already did it. It's already done.
Yeah.
There's
See,
no one
and
to say no to you.
and I'm in the same boat. Like my dad wasn't a hot rodder. I didn't grow up with that stuff. It was just like plastic models. And then he's dragging me to car shows, and he's like, look how awesome this is. And it was super awesome. So just, kind of turned into a disease as I got older. That and my friends all had these older trucks, and I did as well in high school. And then none of them wanted to modify anything. And I was like, well, it ain't mine. I'll do it. So we just went in there and bending headers around a tree to shape them and to get them in a truck, and really backwoods stuff. But that's what happened. And I don't know how to stop.
Yeah, I always tell people like my first car was an old truck, and I was just kind of like forced into learning how to work on it when when you're a 19-year-old kid, and you don't have money just coming out of everywhere to be able to fix things. And it's like, man, auto parts aren't cheap, and performance parts are definitely not cheap. So you kind of start having to figure out how to just fix it on your own just to keep it running and keep, getting back and forth to work. So, having old trucks will do that to you.
It's good stuff.
Thank you,
though.
mechanic.
Yeah, I mean that's what happened with me. My first one, I was like 15. I did burnouts in front of the house until the clutch came out of the vehicle, and Dad came home and he's like, "Well, what'd you do, dummy?" And so you should have seen it though. It was really awesome. And he's like, "Well, good, fix it." So I took it all apart and then realized I didn't have any money to fix it. So then, bartering and trading and meeting some crazy old men that have stashes and hoards, and
right.
It was kind of a fun experience. It's like, picking through treasure. It's which leads to junk collecting, which is a fine hobby as well, and I fully support it.
You're talking to the people who have 9 hubcaps right next to me because we just wanted them.
Yeah, that's in our office.
They look cool.
Yeah. We haven't hung them yet, but yeah, I'm just like, well, shit.
The 4 that looked good are actually on the car. The rest of them are sitting here in the office. It's like they're going to go on the wall at some point here. Right next to the crooked picture that's over there.
Everybody judges me for that.
It's okay. We can't see it, so it's fine.
Exactly.
We make sure that y'all
Looks
can't
straight
see
to me.
anything.
Yeah, no. When we keep going on our live feeds, everybody likes to point out the crooked pictures on the wall, and it's like, well, we don't hang pictures. We hang out in the driveway more than we do in our office. So.
Yep.
Yeah. I've been in this house since March and I still haven't finished setting my office up. It's just, it's forever. That and people keep bringing me cool things to hang up, so it doesn't end.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, we keep going to like these little swap meets and car shows and stuff and keep just coming back with extra things that we didn't have when we left here.
Yeah. And you guys look like you have some killer swap meets and stuff down in that part of Texas. Like I always see all these pictures of these guys with these great stashes down there, and
we have a couple that are pretty big.
The one in San Marcos,
yeah,
the one in New
San Marcos and New
Braunfels.
Braunfels is always a big one. It always happens right around Lone Star Roundup. So everybody that goes to the car shows and they all go to the swap meet as well.
They have that one friend that brings like a big truck and they're like, I just need you to haul this shit for me.
Oh, man, my buddy did that to me at the Good Guys show. I carried 2 bumpers for a 51 Chevy. He had gotten in a motorcycle accident, so he had a bum foot. And then he bought these 2 bumpers. And then he bought an air conditioning unit and something else. So we're like pack mules. And we parked on the other side of the speedway. So we had to walk like a mile with all this crap. And you know what?
Didn't carry anything.
And you know what? They're still not on the car. That was like 7 years ago. Every time I go to his house, I look at him in the rafters and I'm like, you piece of crap.
just carrying around his collection for him.
Oh, yeah. The next year was a whole Model T cowl, but that was actually easier to carry. I wore it like a guitar around my neck than just by the windshield.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. So what's the plans after this chop? Y'all got another one lined up? Y'all got more
keep chopping
projects? Keep chopping on?
Oh yeah. The plan is to keep chopping. We got 2 more after this. We have my wife's car, which is a 53 Ford Coupe. That's the next on the list. Then after that, I'd like to chop the convertible top on my 31 Roadster. That'd be pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, 31 Roadster is a bucket list car for me, for sure. For sure. I had a 31 Model A truck that didn't have a roof on it. That was about the closest thing to a Roadster that I got. And then I was like,
that's a RPU. It's a Roadster pickup. So it was technically a Roadster.
Exactly.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, no. And
That's
then I got rid of it for a 56 Oldsmobile because I kind of liked having a roof. So
yeah, well, that's why you got to have one of it. That's why you have one of each.
That's the plan for the next
need
house.
More cars.
When you live in Texas and it's 100 degrees outside, you get sunburned pretty fucking quick.
Even where me and Zach are at, it's they always say it's a different heat or whatever, but it's still hot as balls out here. And it feels like it's 109 some days. And even like riding a motorcycle, it's like I get on my bike and it's like a blow dryer in my face. It's just miserable. I'm actually hoping the Roadster. I'm hoping the Roadster will be a little bit different for me and maybe get a little bit of wind going. But if not, I'm going to have to wear a hat because I get a little thin on the backside of the head. So I'll never look like Friar Tuck with sunburn.
Oh, lovely. More like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother. I love it. Oh, I love it. Absolutely. No, I love the Roadsters and like, of course, it's always cool. It's the closest thing to a motorcycle I would get on. I just haven't got on a bike. But, in Texas, also, it's not just the heat. Like, we have all 4 seasons in one single day. So, like, it'll be cold as shit in the mornings and then hot in the afternoons. And at some point, it'll rain. And
ours is spread out a little bit better than that. But, this, again, is why you have multiple vehicles. Because you can drive something with a roof in the snow, and the sleet and rain. And then motorcycles and Roadsters for sunny days. And,
if you have a heater, you can drive that Roadster in the winter. It's really comfortable in the winter. I drove that T-Bird in the winter and just blast the heat on your feet. It was actually a super comfortable drive.
I got a Milwaukee heated hoodie. I just put the battery in and roll. Yeah. I'm bougie.
I think Johnny got one from Snap-on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he wears it.
Those ones are nice. They even have pocket warmers you can turn on and off too.
He had that when he would ride his bike. If I had
one of those, my daughter would steal it and put like kittens in each pocket, and I'd never see it again.
There you go. I mean,
that sounds like Penny. I feel like Penny would do that shit too.
We know that story here as well. Our daughter would be doing the same thing for sure. For sure. So tell us again where we can find the links for the live chop and the dates and all of that, and we will make sure our listeners get out to the listeners on our very first episode of Rod and Style Radio.
Oh yeah, January 29th, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, Rod and Style YouTube channel.
Nice, awesome, folks. Well, let's go ahead and call that a decent first half. We'll let our listeners listen to a cool little commercial here, and then we will be back with Zach and Dan with Chopoholics. Hold on, folks. We'll be right back.
You've got good taste. Obviously, look what you're listening to. This is Lane from The Custom Couple, and we just want to thank you for listening to quality shows like Hussy Magazine Podcast, Hometown Hot Rodder, The Motor Madhouse, and of course our show. So thank you for keeping that dial tuned to the raddest shows in the culture.
Hey folks, we are back with Dan and Zach, Chopoholics. These guys are going to be doing a live show on Rod and Style YouTube channel. We're going to be chopping a car. Tell us again what car we're going to be chopping again.
Yeah, it's a 34 Ford 5-window. Fenderless coupe. It should be pretty cool.
Yeah, that is going to be cool. Whose idea was this to do a live show?
It was my idea. I just, want to give back to the public a little bit. I just think it's fun. Events, got to have something to look forward to.
Well, yeah, absolutely. We've all kind of needed some kind of distraction, I guess you would say, especially when last year they kept canceling all of our car shows on us. So it's nice. I don't think I went
to a single car show last year. Everything got canceled or put to the side, and I didn't have any live streams of chops to watch, so we can fix that.
Oh yeah, so if we can't see them, y'all are gonna give them to us.
Exactly.
That's right. Exactly. Pretty much.
So Dan, you have Greasy Boy Customs. Can you tell us a little bit about that, please?
Yeah. So I started the shop about 4 years ago, and it grew from friends bringing stuff to me, and it just kind of snowballed into having customers and then having to be legitimate. And it's been a part-time business up until January 1st. Actually, I quit my day job and walked away from good health care benefits and good pay and good hours to work by myself. Which was so far has been a terrible idea. I don't have anybody to talk to at all, and the dogs don't listen to me, and the rabbits won't talk to me. They just run around the shop. But so I started this, and so I work on a little bit of everything there. We're located right outside Raleigh, North Carolina, a small town called Garner. And I got a small shop. It's only like 30 by 30, and we've got like almost 6 cars crammed in there right now. And
wow.
Holy shit.
Oh no, you should see it. They're jacked up, and it's really strange. But that's my brother's fault, because my little brother's a gearhead too, and he has his own customers, but he needed to borrow my shop for a little while. So there's a newer, like a 2013 Boss 302 Mustang getting a Pro Charger right next to my 31 Roadster. So it's a nice little mix. We do a little bit of everything. But
it sounds like one of our sponsors for the channel. He's got a grain silo, so he's got a little bit more room to work with than you do. Only it's straight up.
Yeah, and you just need stories.
Yeah, so he's hanging cars from like the rafters and stuff. He's got like a 92-foot ceiling, so a couple of his cars is like hanging off the walls and off the ceiling.
Just because he felt like it. No particular reason.
I want to do that. I found a front engine dragster roller, and I was like, that'd be awesome, and I can hang it on the wall in the living room because we got cathedral ceilings. And I was like, it fit right there behind the TV, and I got shut down.
I don't see why.
Look, when I started dating my girlfriend, the first night she came over, there was like a carburetor on the kitchen table and like fender skirts in the living room. And my daughter is completely used to this, but she was not. So things have been adjusted.
Oh,
Don't even me. Like we still have shit everywhere.
we do. I mean, like we said, we have hubcaps right now sitting in the office. But yeah, no, I think carburetors in the kitchen, that's a good idea. I mean,
Well, yeah, you can wash them in the dishwasher.
there you go.
Yeah. You can put your hats in there to clean them right next to the carburetor, and, you're good to go.
Man, I miss cleaning my hat. Chuck's going to be so mad. He's going to be so mad. He told Sam that she's supposed to keep me from going on these tangents.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
failing already. I'm just kidding.
Chuck's going to be so mad at us.
So what other projects do y'all have after this? So what are y'all like really looking forward to after this? Because this shop is going to be pretty epic. I'm excited to see it. But what else do y'all have for this year that y'all are going to be doing?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything that we can fit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everything
If we can
do.
figure out a way to chop it, I mean, we got the 34 Ford, we got the convertible, and we got Zach's wife's car, 53 or 54 Ford.
Yeah, 53.
53. And so we might as well, we're going to have to find a truck at some point. Zach already tried to donate my 47 Ford.
We should chop it up. It'd be awesome.
Not that one. We'll get a different cab and chop it. That one's staying because it's a big truck. It's a big flatbed, but we can do another one like with the truck I did. We did like an 8-inch chop on a
Holy
47 Ford, which it kind of comes out like the Bonneville chop. Your side windows are just big enough to get a beer can through. And you can't, anything bigger than that, you got to turn sideways, so Dairy Queen's your only other option because, that doesn't come out. And
Exactly.
But yeah, and I don't know what else Zach has in mind, but I'm up for about anything.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think we should do the floorboards that we keep talking about, Dan. Knock out some floorboards for people.
We can do it.
Tell us about that. What do you got rolling with floorboards?
But me and Dan just have a joke saying that we should have a little we should have like a live stream of us just doing floorboards. We said we'd call it fucking floorboards because everyone hates doing them.
Nobody wants to do
yeah.
them. That's why I was like, what are you doing with floorboards?
Yeah,
Nobody wants them.
it's so boring to watch, and chopping's way cooler. It's the difference between replacing your stock air filter and putting a chrome one on there. Everybody wants to see the chrome one.
Right.
Nobody cares about your other one. But see, this ties in where I still think, and Zach, I don't know if I got you on board yet, but like I'm going to put more cameras in my shop, and we're just do Big Brother style. People can tune in and watch us doing floorboards and, me talking to the wall, I guess. I don't know what else is going to happen.
That would be
talking
awesome.
to your pug all day.
Yeah. He doesn't have any respect for me at all, so it won't go well.
Just make your Ring camera like accessible live to people so they can see what's happening in the shop. I love this idea. You can just go on the
dangerous.
YouTube channel and just see what's happening live right now.
If Rod and Style really wants to get into reality TV, we can take him there.
Oh yeah, watch Dan throw wrenches across the shop all day.
I don't throw wrenches in my shop. I throw wrenches at my day job because I was hoping to hit somebody.
Dan, did you work for the government at some point?
No, that they would never let that happen.
Oh, I work for the government, and yeah, no, I know the idea of throwing wrenches across the shop sometimes.
Yeah.
But they don't like it when you do it around airplane engines. I can guarantee you that right now.
Oh yeah.
No, that's my buddy was a mechanic in the Air Force, and they don't like you doing anything.
No.
If you're, it's the motto is if you're having fun, stop. He said their toolboxes looked like Cheech and Chong's neighbor's garage, where everything's like cut out and everything has a place because it's military, so they're very organized.
Yes.
And they let a plane go, and then after they let it go, they realized that there was a wrench not in the holder, so they grounded the plane immediately. Searched everywhere for it, and it was in my buddy's pocket the whole time.
Oh.
You just hear something drop across, like, what wrench?
Oh, look, how'd that get there?
That's in the bathroom. I found it.
That's the same thing me and Zach do when we bring cars to our house. We're like, oh, that just kind of fell there. How'd that get there?
Oops.
Yeah, well, Zach's wife's pretty cool. I'm still trying to, convince my girlfriend that I need all this stuff. She's caving.
If you wear them down enough, it happens.
Behind the shop, they can't see.
Yeah, well, that's why the shop's not next to the house anymore. It's like 100 feet away. So and there's trees, and I'm just, oh no, that's a customer car.
Oh, they trusted me so much with it, they decided to let me have it. What a deal! Can't pass it on.
I know. One day that's actually going to happen. I hope. No. Usually people call me with stupid things, and they're like, "I got a 4-wheel golf cart missing one wheel, no batteries." You can have it.
You can have it.
It's one heck of a deal right now if you say yes.
Yeah.
You can figure out how to move it. It's yours.
Don't tempt me. I got a good winch.
Right? Oh, man. Do either of y'all ever own one of those fucking 3-wheel death traps? The 3-wheelers?
The Honda Big Red?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I've ridden on one, though. It's absolutely terrifying and fun at the same time.
I've been seeing so many memes of people who owned them back in the day, and it's like, oh man, yeah, now, I remember that as a kid.
The only thing that was more dangerous than that was when Harley got bought out in the 70s by MF. They came out with a 3-wheeled golf cart, but the steering was like a T handle, so it was you'd look at them the wrong way and they'd flip over, and I want one bad, so.
Oh, you'd roll it for sure.
That would be the only reason I would buy it. I would drive through the yard trying to flip it.
You're just hanging off one side of it because it's gonna flip at any moment.
Yeah. And then we'll do an episode on building a roll cage on a golf cart.
All right. Whatever. So cameras will not only be in the shop; they will be all around the property at this point.
Yeah. It's like Jackass with bearded guys.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This is Dirty Dan. Welcome to Jackass.
Yeah.
I'll have to get our producer to add in the Jackass music right then and there. That would be perfect. We'll get sued and Chuck will be upset, but it'll be great.
It'll be
worth it.
They actually filmed some of Bad Grandpa right up the road from here.
Oh, did they?
Oh yeah, it was a perfect setting. Rural North Carolina is, good for anything. Horror movies, love movies, we can do it all.
Oh, yeah.
Is your house the last house on the left? I haven't been there yet.
No, actually it is. It's in a cul-de-sac, but it is the last house on the left.
Oh,
it absolutely is. And you got to go down the dark gravel driveway and you'll get to the
lovely
shop. Yeah. It's really dark at night, and there's a huge owl that lives right next to the shop. It scares me.
You're setting the scene, right? It's it's all right. It's all dark. You see the owl. You know you're going the wrong way.
Yeah, man, you're going down this driveway. It may be a horror movie. It may be an adult movie, but you're going to risk it and go anyway to find out how it goes.
It'll probably end up being a mix, too, knowing Dan.
Yeah, a little
adult horror movie.
I've been told that about myself before. So.
Oh, man. I'm 75 miles away from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house, and I was thinking I'd stay.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah,
I think we'll stay in Texas. Y'all can have that last house on the left.
There's a bunch of square body Chevys there. You can come by.
Oh, there you go.
Lure people in with truck parts. That's what me and Zach are doing. We're luring people in with hot rods right now, right? We're
absolutely.
Oh yeah,
we're setting the carrot in front of the horse, and everybody's going to watch this live chop, and they're going to go home and cut their mom's car apart. And I hope they send me pictures.
I hope so too. I want to see that.
Yeah, you ever seen the sectioned Mercury Sable? Because we might.
You will now. Chopoholics Live.
Yeah. Mercuries are vintage now. They don't make them anymore. So, it's classic regardless.
These are 100% goals. I like this. We're setting the precedent here on the first episode. Yeah. I'd like where this is going. All right, folks. Well, we will let you get back to your normal evening. This is going to air on a Monday, so I guess everybody's already come home from work and drudging the fact that their work week just started. So now they get something cool to listen to. So,
oh, nice.
We will let y'all get back to what you're doing. Hopefully, it's chopping up something rad and in all things custom. Keep it cool.